Yo, NOCRED Fam, we are back, man, off a little vacation that we took, take some time off.
We had to watch the season start.
Yes, we had to wait. We had to wait for the content to build up, but she got DC checking in.
It's your boy AD.
It's your boy Mike, and as the gentleman alluded to, man, back live in effect with y'all. We got a lot to discuss,
Okay.
and don't forget to hit that
Subscribe button.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
Show love to the kids, man.
But gentlemen, man, NFL, NBA, a lot is going on now. It is now, we're recording, it is the 3rd, Friday evening, and we are, obviously, you got the new ambiance here. Hope y'all enjoying this back at home.
Somewhere exclusive.
Exclusive.
Don't watch that.
I'm not going to drop the location. But, first topic of discussion, first question, or not even the first question. James Harden.
The system.
The system. I'm going to name this the system.
James.
James Harden has been traded from Philly to LA Clippers. Not the Lakers, but the Clippers.
They got him.
For that, the Sixers acquired Marcus Morris, Nic Batum, Robert Covington, KJ Martin, and multiple draft picks for a swap for James Harden, PJ Tucker, Filip Petrusev. That's how you pronounce it.
I didn't know he was on the roster.
The Clippers are sending Sixers a 2028 unprotected first-round pick, 2 second-round picks, and a pick swap. The Clippers are also rounding the 76ers an additional first-round pick from a third team, and the Sixers of a wave veteran guard Danny Green.
Damn.
So
Shout out Danny Green.
I need to
They
see
didn't
that
slime.
Yeah.
5
They didn't
picks.
slime. You sure about the numbers? What they did?
No.
He's supposed to get $500,000. They told him down to $200,000, and they ended up waiving it. Crazy.
Tough.
Somebody go pick up Danny, man.
Even word with the man.
Making his way to like a team like Denver,
They can do
who can just extra shooter on the side, veteran, who's been in championship teams,
Right.
On the route playoffs, and got a lot of time on his belt. But let's talk about James Harden and the new look for the Clippers.
Yes.
How do you feel about this move? About the system, James Harden, the system. We like it. We don't like it. I don't like it. Because I see a lot of low management.
Right.
Low management. All right.
For who though? Harden?
Harden in general. All of them.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fourth one. Low management. No.
Maybe there's only 3.
I'm not going to take that away from Westbrook.
No, Westbrook
is
play.
always
He plays every
here.
game.
He stays healthy. He gives his effort day in and day out. So I'm not going to do that to you, Westbrook. We're not going to do that to you. Give you your flowers. But those 3 guys, you got PG, you got Kawhi, you got James Harden. I don't like what's going on in the Clippers, bro.
You don't like it?
No, I don't like it.
I think from a GM perspective, I think Ballmer just wanted to go for the big name. There's been discussion that Terrence Mann was an untouchable piece. Obviously, it's a win-win if you're a Clippers fan because they see promise in him. I just don't know how the rotation is going to work. To your point, load management is a thing. You have 4 guys that, how's this chemistry going to build, right? Because if you look at it, the blueprint was Brooklyn, right? Of course, you put together Kyrie, James, KD. We all thought it was going to be a superstar level team that was going to get multiple championships. You can't just create a championship by trade anymore.
Right.
You have to have some homegrown guys. And my question for the Clippers is, who are those guys? You said Nic Batum. That's a perfect glue guy that you could throw out there with Harden and Westbrook. Covington, another pick and pop kind of player. Marcus Morris, another star at that level in terms of 3 and D. I don't really think this roster has enough competent pieces built around them, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is another first or second round exit, to be honest. From Harden's perspective, yes, he won. He played his cards correctly, hiding out in Houston, not showing up at training camp. But for him as a player, his perception has gone down 100%. Who wants to deal with this, right? Injuries, not showing up to training camp, disputes with the GM. No team wants to take in that headache, right? Because look at the Denver Nuggets, right? You have Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, 2 young guys, mid-20s. The recipe for a championship is back to homegrown.
Right.
We don't want to deal with superstar diva stuff, No. So I'm happy Harden got his new place, but I think for the Clippers, I just see another second round exit, to be honest. I don't see anything, I don't see a championship coming from this.
I see a first round exit.
To be blunt.
I don't know where they'll be in the playoffs, but I can't see them winning this because I've never seen a team with this many All-Stars, former MVPs all on one team actually succeed.
Egos.
I haven't seen it. I mean, they can do it. If they do it, I'll be impressed. It's just, I think I've seen it during this whole saga. James Harden should definitely write a book on how to get what you want in the NBA. Because if you think about it, everywhere he wanted to go, he's got it.
Bestseller.
Yeah, look at Dame Lillard should have took a page out of James Harden, and he probably would have been in Miami. Not to say, when he's doing the walk, he's going to get diminished, but literally, no matter what James said he wanted to go, he has gotten there. He left Houston, said he wanted to go to Brooklyn, went to Brooklyn. Was in Brooklyn, said these dudes are injury prone, we're going to play 16 games, send me to Philly. They sent him to Philly. Philly was okay for a while. He's like, I don't want to be part of the system. Send me to LA.
Philly was a great.
They sent him to LA. Like I said, I think this is it, because usually to me, you get three. You get 3 strikes.
Mm-hmm.
He's on his 4th one. How lucky he is. Like you said, I have to wait and see.
How's it gonna look?
We all praise Ty Lue. He is brilliant. So I just wonder how he's gonna put this all together. And the way my recipe for a team winning is like, I think about the Warriors. Potentially they had 4 All-Stars at one point with KD, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was Steph, Clay, Draymond, and KD.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I just feel like consensus. Everybody knew it was either gonna be KD or Steph.
Right.
Those are the guys.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on the night, those are those guys. Not like nothing to take away from Clay, but it's like we're gonna set you up, we're gonna put you in the best position to score, but we mostly looking for defensive planning most of the time for KD and Steph.
No, when it comes to crunch time.
Right.
Absolutely.
So when I think about the Clippers, I'm just trying to think definitively, just like looking at that team, who's that guy? Or who's those 1 or 2 guys that, all right, these are our guys, these are our horses. When it comes to crunch time, we got to depend on one of them to really close it out. And looking at the Clippers, I feel like those guys, like from an ego scale, I think Harden and Westbrook are up there. I think their egos are going to just tell them, I'm that guy, I'm that person, I want the ball in my hand, it's late. Skill-wise and talent, you can go Harden, PG, Kawhi, throwing Westbrook in there too, I don't want to diminish him.
Right.
So it's just like, really, to me, a championship recipe, like a championship team, has that 1 or 2 guys that we know everybody else gonna play their role. And like, given this is their first time playing together,
Yeah.
this is it. To me, I think Steve Ballmer went in because this is it. If you think about it,
No,
PG and Kawhi on their last year of the contract, right?
Yeah.
It's approaching.
Yeah.
Blowed up.
I told you that a minute ago. James Harden also is on a 1-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
I think Westbrook is also on a 1-year deal.
No, Westbrook, he signed 2 years, $8 million. So he has.
I think the last one's like optional.
Yeah.
So
So he
the
has,
team
a
will
player
play
option. But he's taking a big pay cut.
Right.
Here. He's the 4th, like you said, he's the 4th highest contract. He's not getting anything.
Right. So basically, with all these guys, if they don't do it this year, this is it.
No, and that's why I think it's a recipe for disaster, because you're putting all that additional pressure on yourself, right? Because, Phoenix, for the most part, they made their move early in the offseason. So Book, Beal, they had an opportunity to come into the arena, training camp, learn the scheme, learn the system. Whereas with Ty Lue, he's a player's coach. You don't really know how Harden is going to deal with being benched. How does Harden react to being benched? We see the way he went after Morey. We saw the way it ended with Brooklyn, even with Houston.
Right.
The rumor was that he wanted to go back to Houston, but Ime didn't want him to be a ball-dominant player. We have a bunch of young guys. You cannot come back. This is not 2018.
No.
So, like you said, the question will be, why now? Why at this very moment?
I mean,
was this the best fit?
I think this is
I don't
it.
think so.
I think it's just, if the decision came down to Steve Ballmer, because the Clippers have done this as long as PG and Kawhi has been there, they go get a whole bunch of guys. And I'm just thinking, you're not getting people that definitively play their role.
Right.
Like, as long as you had PG and Kawhi, you never got a real, true point guard.
They have a history of underachieving with big names.
Right.
Chris Paul, Blake Griffin. That team was
what you like to say?
spectacular things.
Learn Chinese, buddy.
You're ready to learn Chinese, buddy.
Learn Chinese, buddy.
Bro, and
this is it, though.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into the spicy stuff, but look, man, the man said he was sacrificing $26 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, bro, you're leading the league in assists. You're playing with an MVP. How is that a system? And first of all, to clarify for the people out there, right, the term system, right, I don't really look at Philly as a system team. I saw a lot of one-on-one basketball, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, wherever he goes, it looks like it's going to be ISO.
Yeah, so
right.
He created a system of one-on-one basketball in Philly, right?
All right.
How could you say that's a system?
Because when you're a little bit delusional, you kind of don't see it. Because
when you lost in the souls.
Right. Because no matter where you go, in particular his case, they create that ISO ball. I mean, not saying Embiid wasn't doing that before he got there, but it's just heightened and people know what to expect from them. Because, he usually doesn't play off the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, like I said, this is it. I think that they have to band together because this is it. Nobody, like, literally, the Clippers don't take a loss if they all leave next year. That's more money for them that they save, and then there's guys that are going to go recruit.
And it's time for rebuild.
Yeah.
Listen, like I was telling you guys, y'all all great points, and I agree with both of y'all.
Right.
Well, I see just low management. I see, and I don't want to talk down on Kawhi or PG. I just don't see this team staying healthy long enough to make it to playoffs and even make a deep playoff run. Like Mike alluded to, as far as like chemistry, it's late. You made this trade. You trade a lot of pivotal pieces that's been there for as long as Kawhi and PG has been there. So this team has been gelled together. You get rid of those important pieces for James Harden. And do you trust James Harden to come into this system or team under Ty Lue to perform? And I definitely don't see this happening. And especially matchups wise. We're talking about just the team, the Clippers. But think about matchups. Do they match up well against Denver? Do they match up well against the Lakers? Do they match up well against Phoenix? Do they match up well against Golden State?
Phoenix is probably their best matchup.
Probably
they play similar.
Right, and it's like KD and Kawhi at the 4. You don't have a true big 4. So, like...
They're going to struggle against the Jokic, the AD, the Christian Woods. We talked about it. Yes. Even a guy like Aaron Gordon, not to discredit Kawhi, but at this point in his career, he's not suitable to play the 4 right now.
Not even that. You don't have... In their starting lineup, potentially... I mean, I'll give it to Westbrook, but I think you're asking a lot of him to put in a lot of dirty work. Yeah. What I mean by that, like, Aaron Gordon, the way...
They do have PJ Tucker, though, so...
Right.
But he'll come
right.
lunch pit.
But I think
ready.
I think you need always 2 guys. So like when I think about the Warriors when they won their championship, you had Andrew Wiggins guarding the best perimeter player and Draymond interior. Like you had those guys. Mm-hmm. The Nuggets last year, Kentavious Pope and Aaron Gordon. Mm-hmm. Not to say they didn't stuff the stat sheets, but they were doing the dirty work by guarding the guys on the perimeter and interior.
What's his face?
Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown. So to me, I can't definitively say who on the Clippers is going to do that dirty work. Nothing against
who's willing to
do like you get rid of guys like Nic Batum is doing the dirty work.
That's
granted. PJ Tucker will do it, but that's one guy.
But Batum offensively is way better than Tucker.
Right,
absolutely.
And he plays both sides. So Covington, I think, definitely would do the dirty work. He'll guard a 4 and shoot.
I'm surprised. To be honest, even Kenyon Martin Jr., you mentioned in the trade, I'm surprised they let him go.
That's what I was going to get
because they brought him in with a lot of expectations, and
right.
I feel like he could have been a nice little...
That's why you might have to fire the GM.
Now I got a question. Let's flip it over to the other team.
Right.
Who kind of like walks away from this situation as like a little bit better off.
No, 100% better off.
Like, better off. You get rid of the headache in Harden.
Right.
All right, the turmoil is done. Now Embiid is surrounded by more talent. So how do y'all feel about the Sixers now? And their lineup now going forward? So how much of it
they have a lot of flexibility. I was counting out the picks. You said 5 picks.
So the plan is...
Put that on the table.
Now and longevity.
So the plan is they're doing everything in their power to try to retain Joel Embiid, 1.
But do you move on from Embiid now?
No. They got to give a call to them right here.
Relax.
The rumors are...
It feels like...
If you're able to get a Zach LaVine to pair with Maxey in the
right.
backcourt.
I'm saying the whole point of getting all those players...
Yeah.
Because you can trade that away easily.
They're going to flip the picks and the players for potential another star, a wing star, to pair. Relax. They're going to try to pair...
Bye, buddy.
Y'all might get DeMar.
Please, no.
They want to get another guy, another dynamic wing player to be in the middle. Because if the Philly just would have listened to me, I should just do consulting for them. Because, bro, I was right. I said getting rid of Ben Simmons will make Tyrese Maxey flourish.
Yes.
I.e. he balling this year.
Yes.
You know what, though? If Simmons was still on the team, it would be good. I'll put that out there. I feel like all the stuff that the fans did to him, the fact that the Harden only came for a rental is just black. Like
it's too many factors to say.
It's way too many. It is, but
like the GM is different.
Yeah,
it's not that same old GM. The coach is gone. Like it's so many other factors that we can say that about. We don't know.
Because how do you feel as a Sixers fan, right? Because everyone was saying, "Oh, get rid of Simmons, yada yada." You're excited for Harden. He leads the league in assists, and then he leaves.
Right.
Where do you?
I like where you at. If I'm Philly, I got Embiid, former MVP. Mm-hmm. I got a rising young star in Tyrese Maxey, and then I got complementary pieces around. And then potentially, if they smart, you can throw. You got some youth. You can throw in Martin Jr. in that lineup. He could probably play the 4 with Tobias.
Yeah.
Sheldon. I'm sorry,
They
Melton.
got D'Anthony Melton, yep.
And then
Oubre as well.
Oubre has been, he shot lights out. He look like he can't miss from 3, but it's early, so I'm gonna just wait. But for Philly, they positioned to make another move to help them get that extra guy, that third piece, to take it over. But I think that if I was them, I'm okay. I got enough bodies to throw at Giannis, JT.
So who would you want to go get if you're the Sixers?
Pick up
So
that
you're
phone.
playing that
Call
Chicago. You would go get Levine?
Up in a heart, because it looks like the time is done. The players only meeting after one game.
That'd be dead. That'd be dead.
You know, the man put in 51 points. They still lose by double digits. It's a point in time you got to look yourself in the mirror and say, "Yo, I don't mind being the 1A, 1B. I just want to win."
We should have
gonna win.
We should have got Harden.
In Chicago.
Yeah.
You want Harden, bro?
Well, not really. But I feel like he would have got everything he wanted, and would have been a point guard.
But he said he want to win a championship, bro.
Went to the wrong team then.
He said he want to win a chip right now.
He said that with Philly. What happened?
Not one.
Said that with
They
Brooklyn.
put him in the system.
Said that with Brooklyn. What happened?
For all these other pieces, you got Dame and Milwaukee. You're not winning no chip right
No.
now, bro.
No.
I mean, the West is.
Where's your stack?
The West has become another. But the West have the older stars, and that's what I wanted to ask y'all. That's
Not
a
really.
good question. Hell yeah,
What are you
bro.
doing
Look
about-
at the Clippers and Lakers, man.
What are you looking about Jokic? I'm
I'm
sorry.
talking about in terms of change of scenery. Like LeBron
Okay.
and AD
Yeah,
paired
they're
up
up there.
what 2020.
Mm-hmm. Got KD up there with
Yeah, like I feel like every kind of veteranish kind of guy in their 30s
Mm-hmm.
goes to the West, and Dame is doing the opposite. He's like, nah, I gotta get out of here.
Go
I
to the
want to go to the East
Right.
to get a path to the championship. But one thing I wanted to bring up with the coaching, Nick Nurse is an underrated coach, and you know, he was the coach for Kawhi when he came through.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's anybody that could get the best out of his role players, I think it'll be Nurse. So
Yeah.
Philly's in a win
I'm
situation.
saying if they want to sit on those guys that they got, like I said, you have enough bodies
Yeah.
to throw at Giannis, enough bodies to throw at JT in Boston,
Mm-hmm.
like, and then worst case, y'all just need to go find a big one, but they still got Mo Bamba, right?
Yeah, he's not reliable.
I'm just saying, like you got
Paul Reed is taking
Paul
his
Reed,
minutes.
yes, you got Paul Reed and Mo Bamba that could just get and beat something.
Pick up the phone, Maury, and head up
Um,
Chicago. That's my vote. Levine and Maxey backcourt will be splendid to complement Embiid because now you can't double team, can't build a wall.
Yep.
I don't really know how I feel about Tobias. I think Tobias has been solid this year.
Yeah, no, I think he's the low key to glue.
Yeah, so he'll be a nice glue guy. And like you said, Martin, Covington, Batum.
Yeah.
You could pick and choose who do you want.
Martin is the only piece in the part of the trade I was disappointed with the Clippers. Because like, if this is it,
Yeah,
you would have had him and Man.
coming off the bench.
Not even that. No, I'm talking about next year. Like, if Kawhi, PG, James Harden, and if you plan to not bring those guys back, because obviously this experiment didn't work, you still have your youth and you can develop those
Oh, no, the
guys.
Clippers gonna go for Bronny. That's it. That's their best bet.
They trade all them
After
picks.
Well, even so,
That's what I'm
gotta
saying.
get on the phone with OKC.
I would have held on to my youth.
Yo, NOCRED Fam, what's good? It's your guy DC checking in. If you haven't already, please make sure you like the vid and also subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.